Hello everyone, Kredex here. Welcome back to our Pure Angels playthrough. In our last episode, we got some train stuff finally researched, and we are currently making rails and what else are we making? We got all sorts of stuff set up. We're making inserters, which are not going. We're making nanobots, which sort of were going. We're making rails, finally backed up on those, and then this is going to be for locomotives. Or these are for the signals, actually. We can set these up now. But where are the signals? Here we go. Rail signal, chain signal. Beautiful. Those are going to eat even more red circuits. We are experiencing a massive red circuit shortage at the moment. What's up, Dave? Good to see ya. Welcome on in. We got motors backed up over here, which is good. We need some of those for trains. Not motor 2s, though. Those are going to take about 18 years to get. And we're currently experiencing a copper shortage, which is not cool. That is because of slag not getting processed. So we're going to go take care of that. Process some more slag here. Make sure we can always keep this flowing. I'm trying to remember. Can I? Wait, what? 18 years? What about 18 years? I missed something. So I was looking at this before, and I'm trying to remember, like, can this possibly... Wait, what did I don't remember saying 18 years. Did I say something would take 18 years? It's been a long time. I don't even know what I said. It's one of those days, I guess. So what this does is it basically allows either lane to output on either lane. But the problem with it is it's never going to increase compression. Like if you have one lane that's wanting to be more than the full lane, then that won't work. So essentially what I'm trying to say is if this top one here has a bunch and this top one here has a bunch, this system won't fix it. Because even if I connect this through, and there's a piece of iron I just caught, the top lane is only ever going to go here. It gets blocked on this side. So it can only take a maximum of one lane on each side, but then it'll output on both sides, which helps a little bit with the flow, but it's not perfect. And now I need to go increase the chopping of slag. So we'll do a little bit more of an official thing here. We'll do output priority left, and then we'll do a few more choppers. I said it'll take 18 years. Well, who knows what I said. Apparently you do. I sure don't. That's funny. Yeah, we'll just do this. Copy, flip. And then this can chop up to exactly one full belt, which is convenient. So each of these will just put on both sides, and that should produce up to a full belt of crushy stone, as it's officially called in the business. And that will actually just become its own stone line here. Because I have so much stone, I can't really add more to the system right now. So we're just gonna have this. Oh my gosh, what even is happening? I guess we'll throw that into the left as much as it can. And then this goes to the right as much as it can. So there's always plenty of regular stone. But then this will come back here and get deposited into all of the wonderful sheds I've already created. Probably need another one, let's be honest. So let's get this. We'll call that good. And merge. Bam. think that'll do it. Oh, I didn't connect it right here. Beep. Is that right? It doesn't look right. It should be doing a lot more. Yeah, how about we power the inserters? Great idea, y'all. That's better. Much, much better. Okay. So crushing is a thing that should get rid of at least half a belt of slag. And then this is making a bunch of stone that is also going to stone bricks. So we've got a pretty insane amount of stone bricks. It could be time to pave some more of the world. I do have... how much do I have? I have a lot here. 112,000 stone bricks. So that's enough for a while. I don't like this iron ore. Do I have a dump chest nearby? I've been watching KOS's 248K series, and she always calls those dump chests, so I think I'm going to start stealing some of her terms. I don't need that blueprint anymore. And I think we're pretty clean other than that. Hey, Nuke File, welcome on in. Good to see ya. How's it going? We are hopefully going to be good to go on copper now. Let's see. Yes, it looks pretty good. Much better than before. I'm also lucky. We've maintained a good ratio of copper and iron, so these aren't building up, which I'm thankful for. It would be a lot more annoying if they were. Is it time for red belts, I guess, is a question that I'm having. And I think the answer is yes. Let's set up red belts, because we're going to be doing trains soon, and our base is going to be idling a ton, and it'll be really nice if red belts build up while we're going and doing trains. So we're going to need mostly just, what is it? Oh, I still have ultimate belts installed. Red belts are just mechanical parts. That's also just mechanical parts. And blue, that's not what I want. Ah! Spaghetti. Oh, they're called splitters. That's why I'm not seeing it. Fast splitter is red circuits and mechanical parts. Oh no, it's midnight 11. That's pretty late. I guess that's the cost of being a European who likes to watch Krydax. Iron rod. I know where that is. I'm pretty sure there's a Europeans who watch Krydax commiseration fan club. So you can join that fan club. This is still... Didn't I do this before? Where did I do this? I set this up somewhere. Here it is, this thing. We're gonna copy this thing. It's so ugly, though. Should I copy it? I don't know if I want to do it that way. I think I'm going to do it a slightly more clean way. Straight lines. It is cool looking, but I think for the belt... What am I doing? Rods. So rods are going to go to gears on either side, which are here. And then those are going to go to 6 mechanical parts makers. Yes. How's it going, Acri? Welcome on in. So yeah, that's 3 a second. That's all 3 a second. And this is 3 a second to make 1.5, which then these need... Yeah, okay. Check. Hey, welcome on in, Brandon. Oh, name redemption, copy the stone one, place it on the left side of the labs under the belts. Perfect. We can do that right now so we don't forget. Left side of the labs. Under the belts. Well, I don't know. I mean, do you literally mean under the belts? Because then you won't be able to see it. So I assume you mean here. So we're going to have to go sideways there. That looks like a good spot for it. So I'll have to run over there and get that placed at some point. And then we are going to have lots and lots of mechanical parts here. Check. Wrong thing. Need to do G. Copy G. G, 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 G. Power, power, power. And then we're going to do a couple interesting things here. You taking advantage of Bob's adjustables, for sure. I have no qualms with that. And then this one's actually just going to place long ways there. And he's placing long ways. And power all these bad boys up. I think we got ourselves a stew. Oh, good thing you're on holiday, so you don't have to sleep. That's how it works, right? I also know you're European because you call it holiday. I think that's awesome. We call it vacation, usually. I don't know if I've ever met an American that calls it holiday, but I think it's such a fun thing to call it. So we need red belty boys. Where are you? I just click like a maniac until I find it, but that's really not a good pattern. Really not a great way to do it. So these all require mechanical parts. And I may need more than this, believe it or not. And then I need red circuits and all the individual pieces. Okay. So mechanical parts, as one might call them, will come up this way. And go there. Always feed them to the regular belts first. I kind of like that. And then guess we could do it the other way so they're evenly spaced. Okay. Power, power. And then we got to bring up all these individual pieces along with red belts. Or red circuits, I mean to say. Now this guy, he's only going to have red on it. So what I can do is go this way. And then sizzle on by. Squizzle, sizzle. And then can I make... I just click. I got my blueprint book. Yes, I can make green wire. Perfect. So we're going to make some green wire. Use our first circuit. And power it up. And you're going to say, hey, if that is greater than 10, then go for it. Or maybe even 20. Just to make sure we always have a few in case we need them. And then that's going to go on by to there. And then these bad boys, let's see, you're going to connect. Oh, you're going to connect. And thanks to the mod that I have that I'm trying to remember the name of, I can shift right click on the assembler and shift left click on the inserter, and it automatically throws the condition in there, which is great. And all I need to do is change it. And this will be like 200 or even 300. I might still use yellow belts quite a bit after this. And then we'll go close side for those so they can just kind of go here. Power everything up. Yes, thank you. Additional paste settings. But it's the fixed version. I think it's additional paste settings fixed. Okay, and in the long run, since I'm doing big builds these days, I might need, yeah, some more undergrounds. I don't normally do 2 stacks of splitters, but I will here. And now this will slowly build up over time. So there you have it. This will eat a lot of iron for a lot of time. It'll eat 3 iron per second. I think that's probably not enough. I want this to be able to eat more than 3 iron a second. So we're going to flip this. Yep. And you go there. Let's see. Now, see, this is the problem with what I've done. I can't tell where anything is. Oh, this one's not even running. I set this up wrong. This is supposed to be grabbing from the rods, and this one grabs from the gears. Okay, so we flip that. And then this one was grabbing from here, but now it's kind of messed up. So we'll grab from there and do long boy. There we go. I'm trying to get rid of this. Ta-da! Okay, and what the heck is happening here? You just need an output. Perfect. Okay, so there's some more of those, and then I need... I guess what I'll do... Okay. Just copy this. Perfect. And then copy this, flip it, bada bing, bada boom. This is where red undergrounds will become useful for the first time, because I can do this. Ta-da! And then I don't have to waste a bunch of belts going up and over. The FI ligature looks weird. Is that the same as kerning? Or kimming, as the joke goes? Like the spacing between letters? Or is it more about saying the font itself looks weird? Okay, that has the wrong stuff on it. There we go. Alright, so now we can eat up to 6 iron per second in the name of red belts, which is a little better considering how much these cost. So that's probably a good thing. I will throw a few red splitters in the inventory and the other red undergrounds we have, just in case I need them for a specific small section. But we're going to mostly use yellows for a while still. So I will grab more yellow undergrounds, yellow splitties, and some more regular belts. Okay. Hey, look, signals. We have rail signals. Woohoo. Now, how many rails do I want? Seems like a good starting amount. 1,000. We're gonna need to design train stops and all that business. Oh boy. Okay. I have so many decisions to make, it's overwhelming. First of all, we're gonna need a farl thingy, because that's super handy. And is there a reason I should use the farl train other than just the farl module in a regular train? I don't really see a reason I should use this. The max speed is smaller, so I might as well just use a regular train. It's kind of a weird design decision, I guess. Maybe it has a difference that I don't know about? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to handcraft some trains real quick. Grab some more motors. So I can handcraft a few more if I need them. What do they stack to? They only stack to 5, so for now I'll just have 5. And we really need this research to finish, so I might go help along the LTN research. I know we're very short on resources at this point. I don't feel like the dot is missing. At least on my computer, looking at his name, it doesn't look like the dot above the I is missing to me. But maybe the way it's displaying on our screens is different. So I'm missing green circuits big time, which probably makes sense because the red circuits are eating all of the copper. Literally all of it. So maybe the next path is to do more than one belt of copper? I don't really want to do that right now. But all the red circuits are getting eaten. There we go. I can steal some green circuits. I have 2,000 built up. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. I'm so excited for trains. We are going to make... I think I'm going to do city blocks. Maybe not like a perfect grid, but some sort of city block-esque design. And so we're going to need some combinator nonsense. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do, again, what I did in Angel Bob's Omni, which was creating the multi-provider stations. It's pretty tricky to do that. You have to add at least... I managed to do it with 2 combinators, which, given that I'm not a combinator expert, I was pretty proud of that. But essentially, you have to figure out like how to make them stop loading a certain item once there's satisfaction of that item. And that's easier said than done, for sure. Add a little bit of light to these labs so we can see in the dark. Beep. Much better. Oh, hey, I do have bricks. Perfect timing. We'll throw down the Brandon. Ta-da! It's funny, the what's it called? The thingy. What is it called? The picker mod cannot place these by just kind of hovering over them. Cha-cha. Perfect. That is a long name. Let's be honest. I think the first time it was 2 redemptions to get the whole thing, but it's easy to copy it. Oh yeah, all the paper we can't use for the batteries we can't make because we don't have sintering ovens because we don't have motor 2s. Ah, I remember that. Good times. We'll get there eventually. Where am I going? I completely lost track of what I was doing. I am putting the green circuits into the green analyzers. We completely lost track of ourselves there. Okay, there we go. That'll make some green doohickeys, and then that should get the research done. It also looks like orange data cores have gotten pretty used up. So that's a thing. I could also steal some green doodads just to speed things along here. Throw the red ones in. Because I want to automate all this stuff, so it would be nice if it gets done a little earlier so we can automate the train stops and all that jazz. So we need steel, iron, and red circuits. We do have iron and red circuits already here, which is pretty nice. So those can go out to the side, and then steel needs to come up somewhere. So let's do that. Maybe here? Right there. Bing. Do-do-do. And then we're gonna need regular underground, then a red underground. Bam. And then we're gonna need tin as well for tinned copper wire and copper. So tin and copper are gonna have to come up here at some point. There are better tinned copper recipes, but I don't have them yet. So for now, I will settle for something like this. And then, you know what? This can just happily weave its way up through. Embrace the spaghetti. Ta-da! Alright, perfect. So now we can make some more assembling machines. And we're going to want a few things. We're going to want train stops, LTN train stops, LTN combinators. Where are those going to be? Here. Oh, I need lamps? That's bothersome. And constant combinators. Constant combinators are fine. Lamps. Okay, that'll be fine. Red and green wire. A lot of pieces to that. So we're going to need train stop. Just trying to think of how I should arrange this. Copper, iron, circuit. So I never need copper plates, right? Even the tinned wire is made from copper cable. Yeah. So then what I can do to make things slightly better is just transition all of this into copper cable. So then tin. What do I need the tin cable for? I've already forgotten. For the wires, okay. So then that'll go over here. And then we've got copper wire. I don't even know exactly how I'm going to do this, but I think I want this to be lamps. And so that'll be green and red wire. And then constant combinators. And then all of that can get me LTN train stops. Lamp, red wire, green wire, constant. Yeah, 5 things. The benefit is that these things will be available to me as well. So at least for the wire, at least for green wire, I'll have that. Yeah, we'll do both. Go into a chest. I'm never going to use regular train stops. Not at all. We need rods for that too. It's annoying. So rods we can make maybe up here. Embrace the spaghetti. Given the way these work, we should do that. Because the tinned ones are in the same place. Maybe I'll even have the tinned ones made over here. And I don't need that to go that direction. I can just grab the tin from there, and then these two can grab tinned wire from the other way. Hey, Zos, how's it going? Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the emotes. Zos is the wonderful artist behind all the new emotes, so very excited about those. Give a Krydex love emote in the chat to old Zos, or old. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but or she is, I guess. I'm assuming a lot of things here. All right, so we got rods. I need steel, which I spaghettied in here, so that can come over. I think that's the only thing that needs steel. Iron and red circuits. Perfect. Okay, so train stops are a go. And then this belt needs to keep coming because it's got the red circuits. And that's not the right thing. It's a different kind of green wire. I want the lime green, not the faded forest green. Those need circuit. These all need circuits. Okay, perfect. So then these things will just kind of come along and get to all the stuff. And then train stops will go on a belt. The lamps will go on the same belt. Combinators. 5 things, man. That's kind of annoying. Because that's more than 2 belts worth. So have these go into their own little chests. And then onto a belt. And then this one will just come around like so. power might be a bit of an issue here. I guess I can do that. Power, power, power. Okay. So that's all powered up. And then we need to feed in red circuits. We're already doing that for that. We need to feed in copper and red circuits, and then copper cable. You need copper cable and red circuits as well. So that can be here. Let's do that. There's copper cables, and you are the tinned cables. Okay, bam. And also red circuits. I don't know if I need red circuits further down the line, but we're going to put that there just in case. And you're going to go like that. Okay. So I think that's all set up correctly. There's a bit of an issue with not enough red circuits. They're flowing slowly. But this should all run properly. And that will get me LTN stops. One stack should be fine. They stacked to 10. Yeah, that's plenty. I'm not usually going to need more than 10 stops. One stack of each type of wire. Well, we'll do 2 because then... That was weird. Hey, thanks for the follow, Dayscraft. And yes, the train has still not voyaged. We haven't even, well, we've crafted the locomotives, but we're trying to get all this stuff automated first. I want the LTN stops automated. Kind of wanted to get a little bit of it done all together. But we're having a bit of a red circuit hang up. I'm curious where all the red circuits are going right now. I should be making a decent amount per second. Yeah, that's quite a few. It looks like they get eaten here. Oh, it's E blocks. E1s are taking half of them, and then the other half are, well, the other half are coming up here, so that's a decent number. And it looks like splitters are taking a few here and there. So that's the thing. The signals are also taking a few. Those take 1 each. So once the signals are stocked up, that should help. Yep. Okay. So just for sake of argument, let's drop a few of these in here just to make sure everything works as intended. Can you not drop onto an underground? Looks like you cannot. That is interesting. So we'll just drop a bunch onto this belt then. Okay, it looks like everything worked. There it is, perfect. LTN train stop. Woohoo! Shoot, I forgot about LTN combinators. What do they need? Oh, thank goodness. Constant combinators and red circuits only. Whoa! Chair is not locked. Cyclomactic, thank you so much for the raid. 27 viewers. Welcome, everybody. We are currently about to get trains going in our Pure Angels playthrough. And now I need to fit in the constant combinator crafting station. Or the LTN combinator. Which maybe I'll just do over here. Yeah, that's better idea. Because we've got the constant ones here, and then the red circuits down there. So then that'll place into another chest. All angels all the time. Exactly. Well, welcome on in, everyone. Cyclomactic, how'd you learn about me? I don't recognize your name. I'm sorry if I've seen you around before. Oh, perfect. LTN combinators. Ta-da! And so these little guys, if you've never seen them, provide a nice GUI that lets you kind of more easily deal with all the LTN stuff, and the network ID is something I will be using at some point, because you can deal with byproducts and stuff pretty easily. So if you want to just be on like channel 1 and 2, you'll do something like that. So they'll be on all of them by default, but that's fine. Because some things I might want to take off of certain channels. So that's a thing. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cyclomactic. I will have to give you a follow as well so I can raid you next time. Let me do that real quick before I forget. Do you stream Factorio as well? I assume? Yep, looks like it. You've been playing... Oh, you do speed runs. That's awesome. I've never tried a speed run. I don't know if I'm man enough for that. And 5K SPM, working on UPS issues. Okay, well, you're my guy to talk to if I'm having UPS issues, it sounds like. That's great. Good stuff. Okay, so we've got some LTN stops. We've got some trains. Oh, cargo wagons. Heh, kind of forgot about that. And they are nasty. 15 copper servo motors, construction frames. Well, the good news is we have servo motors here. Mechanical parts and steel chests are just steel, so we can make those on site. But yeah, that really wants bots. Those are not biter worms coming out of his head. That's just good old-fashioned spaghetti. Delicious, delicious spaghetti. Where do we have construction frames? Do they happen to just be down here, luckily? They don't. They were back here. Totally get it, Cyclomactic. I always raid and then run too, so no worries. It's the name of the game, because usually when you're raiding someone, it's because you had to stop streaming. So that's how it works. So I'm a little... What about fluid wagons? Are they the same? Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Storage tanks get thrown in, but... I almost want to wait for bots to automate those. I can just handcraft the first ones that I need. They're not horrible to handcraft. So, I think I'll just do that. I want to say I have servo motors in a chest somewhere down here. Is that true? Are the rumors true, Krydax? Do you have servo motors stocked away? I think the rumors are false. The allegations are false. We do not have servo motors. Well, that's a true bummer. We have cable harnesses, but we don't have servo motors. So because of trains and the wagons needing servo motors, I'm gonna do some servo motor stocking up right here. We'll do a single square of them because we're gonna need those over time. So we have at least enough to set up our initial train stuff. So I say we go for it. And this stuff will figure itself out in time. Right? It actually looks like... How is... Are we just... No, we're missing something. What are we missing? What is going on here? Oh, hold on. We are indeed... Okay, I saw this was getting backed up, and I was like, why are we not using all our copper? Well, the copper that goes to circuits goes not on this bus. So that makes sense. All right. So the first question I have to ask myself before we deal with trains is... Where do I put the depot to start with? And where will I put all the trains? Because this is kind of home base in this area right now. Like, science is here, my mall is here, my blocks are here. So for now, it feels weird to, like, put the depot way down here. I could put it, I guess, down to the right or up to the right. Those feel like the best locations. I'm not going to put it, like, way over here to the left or something. Also, we still need to put a train on the Dukes, which is going to be great, and a bunch of train stops on that. So we'll probably do that in between episodes, and then we'll showcase it at the beginning of the next one. Also, Dukes isn't here, so it would be weird to get the train running without him here. But yeah, I think I'll put the depot here. And then we will have the train kind of go off to the right and make stuff in that direction. Oh, there he is. He's here. Lurking. Alright. Also, we really don't have any red circuits, do we? This is a red circuit emergency. Alright, so depots. How do they work? Well, for those of you that haven't played LTN, pay attention and you'll learn. And I always try to make things from scratch in most of my playthroughs. It might get a little annoying for those who have watched me before, because I will do things somewhat similarly, but I think it's good to showcase the process of making train stuff. I think a lot of people enjoy that. And so that'll be the main rail line. I am a 2-spacer, so that means 2 spaces. Sometimes I'm a 3-spacer. Maybe we'll do 3 spaces. We'll mix it up a little bit. We'll be 3 spacers this time in our playthrough. So there we go. 3 spaces. Some people call this 6 spaces because it's actually enough for 2 assemblers, but rails are too wide, so kind of depends on how you look at that. So depots. Depots are the place where trains sit and wait for basically orders, because LTN kind of treats trains like logistics bots. So a train station will say, hey, over here, I need copper ore. And then there will be another train station that says, hey, I have copper ore. And then a train will essentially automatically have a schedule created that will go pick up the copper from the place that provides it and drop it off at the place that needs it to a certain amount. And there are lots of intricate things you can do with all that, but that's the basics. Okay, so we're going to get rid of some trees here. I'm going to bring power over so I can have lights as well, and then we'll start crafting. So anyways, then I started crafting. Okay. So for depots, I usually have, I mean, there's a couple different ways to do it, but I'll have a bunch of straight rails, and we'll put them facing the direction that we want to go. I'm going to do 1-2 trains, which means, you know, it's going to be 1 locomotive followed by 2 cargo wagons, or fluid wagons for fluid things. And then we're going to need to fuel all of the trains here as well. So one of the first things I do is, you know, fuel up all the trains like this. And so then there will be another one, and I like to put them as close as I can get together. 2 spaces is enough, and then you take up less space overall. So there you go. That works. We need power up here, and maybe a lamp every other. And we'll have to bring coal over there at some point. Perfect. Let's make this a right angle rather than this janky corner. Okay. So there you go. That's the essential beginnings. And then they need to all kind of merge back onto the main line. So we're going to have to make the T-shaped intersection now, which is a great thing. Let's get rid of some more trees. So T-shaped intersection. Let's go. And we are building everything for 1-2 trains. So the basics is you're going to have, you know, rails that are 3-space coming in. And then they're going to have to be able to turn right or left. And so I just usually start by kind of getting things lined up. That worked out nicely. Getting things lined up. So that would be if a train... Wait, is this even necessary? Hold on. No, I don't think this one is necessary. Because I do right-hand drive. So we would need to be able to go this way. There we go. Okay, so you can turn right in, or you can turn left in, and you can turn right out, or you can turn left out. Ta-da! All right, and then we have to signal it. So signaling is a breeze if you understand how things work. I'm not going to explain the ultra basics. If you would like the ultra basics because you're like, I have no idea how signals even work, they break my brain, especially chain signals, then go find on my YouTube channel the, what's it called? It was in my Factorio series. I essentially told you how to do everything. And I told you how signals worked. So go check that out. Essentially, we need a signal leaving, a regular signal on the exit of each direction. And that would apply to here as well. It's because there's only really 3 directions here. Right, left, and down. And then for the entrances, we're going to need chain signals before each branch. Actually, do you need one before each branch? Or can you do... You might be able to do here for the first ones. Because, yeah, that one's not really going to matter. But we do need 2 there. So that'll mean it'll stop here unless it can get fully out of the way. That one probably doesn't really matter either. I would need 1 here or there. So I'll leave it there. Indeed, Factorio, where I didn't research everything. It's true. Oh no! This actually isn't good. I don't have space here. So what we're gonna have to do is probably just go 1 tile sooner. And then it'll do a diagonal tile and then turn. And then this one will do the same. And then I think that should give me the space I need. Yeah, there we go. So basically the rule of thumb, if you're not sure how to signal things, is you put a chain signal before a crossing, after a crossing, after the next crossing, and after or before any merging. And so here we're going to have a chain signal because it's about to merge. And here we're going to have a chain signal because it's after a merge. And if you do that for all the directions, it will just magically, all of a sudden, everything works perfectly. So this chain signal here, I think, is unnecessary. I'm trying to understand if this would add any difference. I don't think it would. It just means if it can't get out, it's going to wait here. I'd rather have it wait further up. So, because it's not like an extra train would fit or something. So it's better not to have that, actually. At least I think I'm right about that. So now we have the ones going right, and now we want to go straight this way. So we do after the crossing, and then, yeah, that's attached to this one before that merge, and that's good. This one, we already decided we're going... Oh, weird. Wait, why can I not place one here? That's not good. No! So what that means is now I need 1 more space in this direction. So now I gotta move these 2 over. Wait, did I screw it up again? I think I screwed it up again. By the way, I will need chain signals here. No, this is good. So all the way forward there, and then all the way forward here. And then regular signal there. Does overusing track signals... I don't know. Do you mean block signals? Or chain signals? Track signals are from OpenTTD, I think. It wouldn't break anything. Chain signals, as far as I know, you can literally not have too many of them because of the way they work. Maybe you could. I'm not quite knowledgeable enough to answer that question. Okay, so turning right is good. Going straight this way is good. Turning right there is good. Turning left here is good. And then here, going straight is good. And we need to do turning left. So there's 1 there, 1 there. Oh, and we need to do the same thing here because there's not room. So we'll move that forward 1. This goes here. And then we connect up, delete the extras, and put a chain right there. Okay, so now there should be room right there. Okay, so I think that's it. Is this symmetrical looking? It should be symmetrical looking for the most part. Yep. Nice. Oh, I guess I don't need that one. Okay. Dudes, thanks so much for the 61 bits. And now what you can do is, if you like, you put one extra train signal kind of on the output so that there's always space for a train to leave. But I think I like having just the core intersection. So we're going to make a book, the old Book of Trains, Pure Angels, just so I remember what mod pack I'm doing all this from. And this is the old T intersection. Now, I do like to minimize the blueprint size. So literally just everything I need to connect it. I do want to be symmetrical, though. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So that's the minimum T shape, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that goes in. We add the icon with a T. Beep. And we don't need a description. T intersection. Save blueprint. I could just move those two outbound on the right to the south onto the straight line. That is a very confusing sentence. And I don't even really know what you're trying to say with that. I am not grasping. Okay, so then the way we do this with the whole depot thing now is the trains are going to have to line up here. And one thing you can do, you can also put, you know, a signal back here. It's kind of annoying because it won't show you trains in front of the signal. I wish it would. Because we essentially need space for both of these. And so I would put a signal right here. And then that way there's enough space for a train to wait at either of these block signals. In case a lot of trains are trying to get out of the depot at the same time. So these guys will kind of all just meander their way in. That's weird. Is that how it's supposed to be? Or did this one turn sooner? Is there room for a signal there? There is. So these should all have a chain signal after, which means they won't leave their depot unless they can fit into this spot, is what that means. And that's kind of what we want. So that'll provide depots. And then we name these depot. And I'm going to call them depot solid, because we're also going to maybe solids depot, and then we'll have liquids depots. Solids depot. And then we need our LTN combinators. And I'll put those underneath for visibility. You hook that up to the lamp here, and then you set it to depot output on. And that's pretty much it. I never use depot priorities, but you can if such a thing is interesting to you. An 8-way interchange. That sounds crazy. I've never seen someone do an 8-way train system, so that feels a bit unnecessary, but possible, I guess. And then we're going to need the entrances to all these. So let's start by hopping in. You're going to go to solids depot real quick, and then you're going to just chill there. And then we can know like how far back we can cut off the little train butts. And we do have regular signals here at the back. I guess we'll just put them here. So they can't go into depots they're not supposed to. And then this turns to the left and around as soon as it can. This will meet up. And there's a chain signal here, meaning it will wait until there is a clear depot to send it to. And then this can come around. There's really no sense in doing anything other than diagonal there. So we'll get rid of these. And there you go. And I usually like to put just a few extra signals here, just so extra trains can fit. So this one should go back to here. And then that one goes back to like here. That one goes back to here. So I shouldn't put one there though, because there's not enough room in front of it. So we'll just do that. So 1, 2, 3. 3 trains can be waiting for depots to go into. Which means I could, if I want to, I could have 3 less depots than trains. And that's not the worst idea, to have more trains than depots, because it's not like you need all your trains sitting at depots at once. So having a stacker here eventually could be handy. But I don't need that yet. The other thing I want to do is emergency unloading, because that's a thing with LTN. Sometimes you screw everything up and now your train is full of garbage. And so we want to be able to make sure we unload stuff. And so we're going to do that here. And that all goes into a honkin' chest that I will deal with the stuff later if I need to. Quite a large chest, just in case. We'll merge that bad boy. Bam. And then, let's see. I think 4 inserters should be fine on that. Maybe we'll do 6. So that can hold well over, like, a few full trains worth. Hey, Cobalt! Welcome! How's it going? Alright, so the train exists. It's ready to go. Good times, good times. And now we just need to actually, like, have places for it to go. So, woo! Go team. And I think this is all set up. Now I need my FARL. I need my FARL module. And so we'll set up another locomotive here that can create train tracks. Throw in some fuel here. And then we throw in the FARL module. And then it should, yeah, it has all this stuff. So FARL is awesome. It lets you much more easily make train tracks, especially if you're not planning on making the perfect regimented city block. Though maybe I do want the perfect regimented city block. I don't do that very often. It could be fun. Last time I did it, it kind of ended up being a waste because I ended up having Bobs and Omni, and I just had such powerful bots. I didn't really need city blocks at all. I think Pure Angels will be a very different story. I think I very much will need city blocks. So maybe I will do city blocks. We'll do it. We will design our first block. And I guess we're gonna need 4-way intersections then. Or do we? Are there ways? I think you could do... Yeah. It's hard to describe without drawing it. But I think there's a way to make city blocks with only T intersections. So I'll show you what I mean. So if your city blocks are like this isn't square, but ignore that part. What you can do is this can be a T intersection this way, and then this is a T intersection that way. And then, you know, this would keep going, and it would have another T intersection here, and then a T intersection here. And so you have your squares, but they're all offset from each other, like that. So it's kind of like an offset grid. Now the question is that better or worse? Because it's more intersections, but they're all only T intersections. So is that better or worse than just 4-way intersections? And I honestly have no idea. Also, I made a bunch of these, so now I have to delete all of them. I've never done it that way before. It could look cool. Maybe I'll just do it for the looks. I'll do it for the looks. And we'll see if I massively regret it later. Because it is going to be harder to tile. We're not going to need this, I guess. It is going to be harder to tile. T intersections are worse because they cause trains to turn. But trains have to turn with plus intersections as well. So it's not really different. Oh, I guess the problem with my design is they can only go east and west straight. They can never go straight north for a long time. So, yeah, maybe I'll stick with the plus. Never mind. Also, do trains lose speed in this game? I'm actually not confident turning trains lose speed. Do they? Do they really? Sorry, no, I was saying they can't go straight in the concept I had designed. They wouldn't be able to go straight up and down because the squares always like alternate left and right. So if they wanted to go north, they would have to zigzag to get north, which means a further distance. But if they do they really lose speed on turning? Can someone else confirm that for me? I want to make sure that's true before I give up on this. Also, I'm not going to have so many trains it's going to matter. I'm going to do it. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. I'm not going to have so much traffic. I'm not going to build a mega base here, so I think we'll be fine. Okay. Well, I should probably stop this episode before I get into designing a city block, but I'm going to come back in the next episode, and we're going to make our city blocks, and then from there we can actually start making some things that happen inside of our city blocks. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.